You have to go through the shit to feel the shift. That's what this sticky note said. Oh, if we can get it to work. That fell off my computer yesterday when I was deep cleaning my apartment, and I got these downloads that came in that I want to share with you today because I think they're going to help you go through the shit as you shift. Because get this, we are in a Pisces season, which is all about boundaries and letting go and completion. It's the 12th sign of the zodiac, right? So it takes all the other signs and puts them together. And you know, if you look at this right now, we're in Pisces season, which is completion of the zodiac calendar for the year. And then we're also in a Mercury retrograde in Pisces, which Pisces placement in Mercury is not good because Pisces don't communicate very well because all they do is sense and feel and they forget about it. So they're not good at communicating it sometimes because they're endlessly sensing and feeling and know versus like needing to ask questions to understand. So, and with Mercury retrograding, which is a phenomenon where it looks like it's moving backwards, and everybody tends to do this, is they tend to speed up during Mercury retrogrades, and they feel like there's this essence that they got to go faster, they got to go quicker because something feels off. And the analogy that I got before this video when I was channeling was, it's like when we're digging ourselves in a hole and we get scared, we actually dig faster and we're like, more, more, more. Instead of the actual solution is to do what I feel like I've been doing here is like, stop digging. Just take a second and stop digging that hole, put the shovel down and look up and think, damn, I dug myself into a hole here, which is you going through the shit. And then the shift is to stop digging the hole and think, how am I going to dig myself out of here? And if you think about it, if you dug a hole, you probably got a bunch of dirt next to you. Number two that came in was like, why don't you start digging steps up and out of the hole instead of digging deeper in the hole? Because when Mercury transitions to a retrograde, so we're in, to pull this together full circle for you with these analogies, is Pisces is all about completion. It's about boundaries. It's literally about a ton of creative energy coming in too, which is why I think everybody's looking to build forwards instead of backwards. But when planets retrograde in astrology, it literally is a phenomenon. It looks like they're shifting backwards. So, and what I've learned with this is don't go forward when they're going backwards. If you're trying to build forward when a planet's going backwards, you are literally creating the greatest shit show to happen when it goes forwards again. Or what I've seen also happens is what I build in retrogrades, I don't return back to till another retrograde. So there's another tip there for anybody who wants to listen to that advice. But so in a sign up, Pisces is completion. The planet Mercury, which is all about the mind, communication, talking, is going backwards too. So it's a refinement stage. It is literally this stage where you need to stop, you need to hit the brakes, you need to think, what do I need to refine during this month in the completion cycle of Pisces, which is, so once again, the boundaries and putting it all together and a ton of creativity. Yes, you might have downloads. I get super creative during retrogrades, especially with it with my sun and my moon, and then Mercury here retrograding in Pisces, right? In the second house. But what I've learned too is when you're refining, still capture downloads, write them down, jot them down somewhere, because I get ultra creative, but I'm using this retrograde to refine all my creative arts and pieces and website, like literally using this energy to refine, because I think that statement nailed it well. And I soundboarded with my Gemini earlier, and it says people think they need to ramp up when things get chaotic, but the real power is the refined pivot. And if you guys stayed to this point of the video, like that is so true in this instance. And you're gonna have every reason to think that you need to speed up. Don't. Slow down. You're gonna think that you need to go out there and be around all these people. Don't. Find your peace with yourself. You're gonna think that you need to create more, which would be building horizontally. Don't. Refine it down so that you can build vertically when Aries season comes here. And I think that's the essence of this message, because I think in order to, like, the shit that I went through this past month, and it wasn't even shit, right? Like, it's just a good word to put it. It's like I didn't have my peace. I didn't have my alone time. I was all over the place, literally, because I had to go to multiple cities. And then I came back, and it was almost like I wanted to ramp up and keep going. And then I checked in with myself and was like, man, mentally, physically, emotionally, and spiritually, I've been about 7 out of 10 today is a warmer day. But even like yesterday, it was all 5s across the board. And it's been like that. And I was like, instead of burning out, what if we went into monk mode for 30 days? And that's the plan that I'm going to be rolling out. Is it started on March 1st, is really shutting out the noise, So all these people going through this frantic time, and to even like showcase it a little bit or to explain is like Austin had a shooting the other night on 6th Street. And it's like when people feel chaotic and when the collective unconsciousness feels chaotic, as that statement said, is the last thing they want to do is slow down, be with themselves, find peace. And instead they do the opposite. They start creating more stuff. They try to force things by moving forward when planets are going backwards. They instantly feel chaotic, and instead of slowing down, taking a break, taking solitude, taking a breath, just hitting pause in life for a moment, they speed up. They try to build more than they need to. They endlessly get tricked by these traps of retrogrades where it's like half the collective is probably going to slow down and listen and refine. The other half is going to continue to build forward because they felt the momentum, but also every sign and resistance is being set up around the people trying to build forward. And there's openness over here for the people trying to pause, slow down, reconnect, refine. Because I can tell you this, in Pisces being the final sign and having a sun and moon there in the 2nd house, which is how I make all my money, it was literally through being creative. And I have to be in check with my energy, my boundaries, my worth. Like when all that folds, I don't make money, right? So what I want to really share here with you guys watching this video is whether you're a Pisces sun and moon or not, or have Pisces placements, you're still affected by the collectiveness of the sun there and Mercury retrograding there. So, and it might hit you in different aspects of your life too. It's hitting me in my 2nd house of boundaries and self-worth and self-made income, right? And I'm having to set these boundaries and these lines and literally taking monk mode time to disconnect because I was so extroverted. Now I'm back to the introverted self. And all these tests and stuff came up, but also something I want to share with you is also cosmic mirroring. It's super cool. So I had a friend reach out randomly. She's a Pisces rising and moon sign, and literally have not talked to her for about a month and a half or even 2, and maybe even last retrograde. But she came in and was doing the exact same stuff as me. Yesterday she did a deep clean. I did too. Refinement of my space. It had a lot of energy in here, so I needed to pull it back to the way I like it to feel, right? She did the same. Something I didn't get to yesterday was, cleaning out my closet. There's a bunch of old, literally like symbolically your closet, your shadow, the shift. I went through the shit, now we're feeling the shift. The clothes that are in there, I'm like, man, I only wear literally 12 shirts and 5 pairs of shorts in here. And, the very minimal stuff. I'm like, why is all this stuff in here? So I'm refining that out. She was too. We're both doubling down on ourselves and really seeing the value that we create in the world. And we see exactly how much we love, sharing ourselves and being ourselves. And we're doubling down in that. And it's really cool. But as a whole, it was so funny how somebody 11 hours north of me was doing the same exact stuff yesterday, which in my mind told me we both have 2 major Pisces placements. We're connecting with ourselves on a very deep level of Pisces, and we're following our intuition. And anybody watching this video, I'm sure you have very strong Pisces placements as well, because that's why you're probably drawn to it. But the main message that I wanted to share with you today was exactly as I said. Number 1, you got to go through the shit to feel the shift, right? And for me, that was last month. That was literally everything chaotic, travel, codependency everywhere. Didn't have my own personal space, didn't have my own personal time to recharge, and literally went from Austin to Phoenix, back to Austin, drove to Kansas City, stayed with my mom, worked with a client, then moved somebody back down here. It was insane. And then got here, and and then had to watch a house for a friend, and it was insane. But I did it, and I showed up, and now I was like, whoop. Now the shift is, all right, number 1, I need my own personal space. That is what is a good word for it? It's non, there's no other option. The word's not landing in my head right now. So it's I got it. All right, anywho. So personal space, number 1. Number 2 is there needs to be boundaries. Some stuff that I let go on being loosey-goosey, got a little too loosey-goosey, and when the Pisces good as bed and the Capricorn in my life shows up, that's my rising in North Node and 1st house, the boundaries got pushed, so then it's been really shifting back to the boundaries that need to be reinforced to create that sacred space for myself, right? And then the last one is, the old tendency I'd have is when stuff gets chaotic, and I'm like, oh my God, there's so much going on, is this speed up instead of slow down. But instead of digging myself deeper in the hole over here, just working away like everybody else likes to do, and the old pattern I had, it's whoop, get that shovel out of my hand, let's slow down. And a part of the slowdown, that I've done is I'm on day 10 out of 21 of Sananga. Did it right before this video in a shower. Grounded me instantly, slowed me down, which I love. And then I was like, why was I going so fast today? Shift. Something else I'm doing is the went from war mode, which is say yes to anything and everything and every opportunity and build as much as you can. And that was the last 3 months. 3 months of war mode was a lot. Now the shift is going into monk mode, going slow, going methodically, shutting all the noise out, saying no to almost everything except for the few things that really pull me forward and into it. It's also turning down a lot of like, oh, let's hang out and do this. No, I need a lot of alone time. I need to recharge. And also, I was transitioning from what I felt like was I was teetering with burnout, which I haven't burned out in about 6 months, which is 5 months, which is super dope. That's a big goal for me. And I started to feel the burnout. And I'm like, burnout only comes here when we don't listen to ourselves, when we need to slow down. From when we were moving fast, we resisted slowing down. And I was like, I don't have to burn out to learn that lesson again. So, yeah, literally just went to the store and got a ton of fresh fruits, a ton of electrolytes, and really focusing on the rehydration, recharging, which is a shift of like the old me would be like, oh, life's so fast. I need to eat fast food. I don't have enough time to cook. I don't have time to go to the grocery store. Like you're catching the shift here is everything that I'm sharing with you is, and I think I went through this a month ahead, and being a mental projector is what I tend to do is I live life a month ahead with no guidance, and I have to figure it out myself. Then I come here and I start sharing this stuff with you. So if it's not relevant to you in watching this video, open up to the relevancy of it coming into your life, or maybe you're still in your shit and you haven't shifted yet. But when you shift, this is the big part I wanted to share here, is when you shift, you gotta tell the universe and signal to it that that old version of you is dead. So I've had a lot of people reach out for like, hey, where you been? And I'm like, recharging. I'll message you when I'm out. Number 2 has been like, hey, I need you to come over tonight and work on this stuff. Maybe later this week, but not tonight. Driving back home, I was like, I don't have time to eat. Stop. Go to the grocery store. And you're seeing the essence here, and I hope I'm really fleshing it out for you, because this isn't surface level. This is very deep, but it's like my tendency was to speed up when things got chaotic, and things got chaotic. But then the lesson I learned was you can really slow down, and you can slow down your reality, and you can come back to your Garden of Eden, your own peace within, whatever it is for you, your solitude, your own place, to recenter, to recalibrate, because it is also Pisces season where we're peeling back those final layers. We're coming to completion on ourselves. We have to hold our boundaries that we might have just learned. We have to do what we need deep down in our core to allow our gifts to continually show up online. It's like letting go of everything around you, even though you can perceive it, you can feel it, you can sense it, but the trap is to endlessly fawn to it, to feed it, to people please it, versus yes, people have feelings, yes, people have things, and yes, people have needs that they can ask you for, but you don't always have to fulfill them, because if you're tired, drained, and exhausted, and you're helping other people, you're just exhausting and draining yourself even more and more and more, versus like that person probably sees value in you. And whenever you can honor yourself, you can show up for yourself, you can endlessly leave your shit to the side and go through the shift and transform and alchemize, or go through this metamorphosis into the highest version of yourself as the zodiac calendar launches with Aries season coming in on spring equinox. Mercury is going to be out of retrograde. The eclipse that we're going to have a full moon in Virgo here in tomorrow, all this energy is like everyone's like, "Aah!" And if you're sitting over here like me as like a monk in the shit, you've already made the shift. And if you've made that shift, or this is encouraging you to go to that shift, definitely drop it below in the comments below. And if you like this message or messages like this, guys, please join my free school community. It's called Enoch. It is literally helping you master and understand everything of the unseen, so metaphysics, to be more seen, which is through self-discovery of astrology, numerology, human design, putting them all together, understanding what you came here with at the time you were born, which is the universe's moment for you to exist. That's that speck in time with a blueprint for you to understand yourself, of all the gifts, talents, skills, wisdom, knowledge, how you fit into this world, where your past lives are, and how you can bring them forward into your destiny in this lifetime. And then numerology just simply talks about the past, your pinnacles, all these different things in life to help you understand the number side of it, which is the matrixy that we're in. And then last, human design pulls it all together and tells you exactly what your specific gift is or gifts is in this world. It tells you what kind of computer you are and how you best operate and plug into this matrix that we're in to allow you to be the greatest version of yourselves, and what unique gifts and skills and how you operate in this reality to best serve yourself and it. And if you guys love that stuff, definitely join Enoch. It's free. There's also immersive ebooks and manuals, or these ebooks I've created called The Simple Book of Life. We're dropping in Singularity, The Sexy Moron, and The Modern Day Magician. But right now there's the Simple Book of Life, Ascension Protocol, and then Energy as Money, and some other great resources in there, along with all the transformations and how I endlessly apply astrology and numerology and human design and metaphysics as a whole in my life, where I don't have to think anymore. I fully surrender, I trust, and I have this empty brain that God talks to me all day, and my higher self and my spirit guides. And the whole idea of setting up this community is to teach you how to take your power back, how to decentralize from everything that is projecting upon you, so that you can create your own Garden of Eden, your own slice of heaven on this planet, and allow yourself to sit in the beauty of all the gifts, knowledge, wisdom, skills that you came with, and see how you can best apply them in a moving art piece of your own life or your own mission of your business. So guys, thank you so much for following this video. If this is in Enoch, drop a comment below. Let me know I created a shift in you. Or if you have questions or a perspective you'd like to share, I'd love to hear those too. Peace out, guys. Thank you so much, and have a nice day.